I'll get this started. How you doing, everyone? Welcome back to Brawcast. Tosh is back.
Hello.
Look at this. How on brand are we?
Oh, look at that. It's the first time ever, I think.
Does this mean like we're real like podcasters and
This
shit?
is it. There's
T-shirts.
T-shirts. There's a uniform.
Merch. Look at this. I think is this me? I'm just thinking. Is this my skull? What way to fucking find out?
I don't know.
But if you've never tuned in to Brawcast before, you know how it is. It's just a bit of a talk podcast, a bit of a little delve into the alternative lifestyle. And I tell you what, when it's me and Tosh, we just literally get to talk some pish for 40 minutes. Of course, go and check out all the stuff in the archive. You can check out all the previous episodes of Brawcast where we've interviewed some really wonderful individuals from all around the world. You can check out the video podcast. You can check out all the vlogs that John has got over on YouTube and so much more. I'm comedian Billy Kirkwood. Relax. I've never heard of me either. But I am here with Tragic O'Hara, who's been featured in the Sun newspaper, the Ayrshire leader, the digger, but all the top publications. Yeah. All the top publications. How the fuck have you been, man?
I'm alright.
Here we are on Christmas Day, live, not pre-recorded.
Yes.
Not pre-recorded. We're live with the alternative. It'll be a Queen's message this year.
Don't know.
That'd be weird.
Did you ever watch the Queen's Message?
Never once. No. Unless they recorded it in June or something like. We're still going to put it out.
The only time
I'm looking forward to a wonderful holiday. No, you're not, Your Majesty.
The only time I ever remember watching anything the Queen said was when Diana died. That was it. That
was a bit listless, wasn't it?
Not to bring Christmas down, fucking ruin it for everybody, but that's the only time.
Spoiler, Diana's dead.
I remember looking at the telly and going, I don't really feel as if...
She's that bothered.
I know. Do you know what I mean?
She's just not that bothered.
And today we bought ham at the shop. We got it. That's kind of what it felt like. Just
like when somebody goes like, "How was work today?" It was all right. You know what it was like.
What have you been up to for the last 15 years? Nothing much.
No, I hate that shit, man. I hate that shit. Do you know there was a guy that I went to school with called Kevin, and we knew each other at school and at primary school. If Kevin was watching, I think it would be fair to say we were just schoolmates.
Yeah.
And I mean, the word mates is in there.
What a shit way to ruin somebody's Christmas.
No.
I know what you mean,
man. I've not seen him since. I don't think I've seen him since I was 17. But we've reconnected on social media. We've become more friendly and we're fucking dads and all that friend stuff. What the fuck? Remember? Oh my God! But he sent me it was very cool of him to do it. He didn't need to. He sent me and he listened. I think he listened to the radio show and he's kind of caught up in bits and bobs. And you get to know people a wee bit better that way, right? Even though that's in the past. What a year! Cheers, everyone. Although ironically, I was on. This is going out on Christmas Day. I'll be on Edge Radio in Edinburgh today as well.
At the same time?
At the same time.
That ruins the magic. Everybody thinks.
Well, no, this goes out at 8. I'll just finished up. It doesn't make any sense. I love the fact that the way they went, it's like, we're going to get you on in the afternoon. It's like, so the only presenter on the station that has like 3 kids and clearly would not be on in the middle of the day. Or at least I'll say the one thing, the last guys would never had me fucking on at Christmas Day. So I'm going to be yucking it up, do you know what I might do? Every link is just me pretending to eat my Christmas dinner. And we don't play Christmas music, so I'll be like, that's a wee bit of, excuse me, wee bit of Shawn Mendes there. Is that trifle? Right, anyway, so I'll tell you what, I'll get you on some Rita Ora. I think I'm going to make the show sound like I am literally doing the show from the table in Christmas dinner.
That's a good idea.
I think that's a great idea.
I think that's exactly what you should do.
I don't know if the guys will like it, but it's happened anyway. But I don't know how much attention they're paid, because literally one of them just texted me saying, I hope Emily has a great birthday today, and I was like, cool, man.
So they are.
Yes. So do I. Who's Emily? I'm going to text that back. But no, Kevin sent me like a picture of our prom night.
Oh, fuck.
And I was like, oh my God, I do not remember much about that prom night at all. Because I got at prom I was told you smuggled in booze, right? So I smuggled in a bottle of whiskey. Here's what you need to know about me. I hate whiskey. I do not like whiskey. I've not had a drink in 17 years, right? Which always makes it sound like there's a problem.
Yeah, it does, because you put a number
on it. But I know exactly when it was. Yeah. And it wasn't like I'm not being good to myself. I need to go and learn. I need to go and find myself. It was more like, drinking's fucking expensive and sucks, and I lose all the other days on the other side of it. And realistically, it does beer, apart from cocktails, does beer taste that nice? No, it doesn't. Fuck this noise.
I do like beer.
What do you like?
Any sort of thing. The problem is...
Whole garden?
No, you've mentioned the one beer that I don't like.
Yes!
See white beers.
Yeah.
I like a pale ale.
Oh.
Is it an IPA? Is that a PA? Blah, blah, blah.
I've literally just put that together.
All right,
if IPA is international pale ale or something.
I think it's Indian.
Indian pale ale.
I think.
Man, I've literally just put that together. I wondered what an IPA
17
was.
17 years off it.
Have you got any IPAs?
Not bad. It sounds a bit wanky when you say it like that.
People do that though. Have you got any IPAs?
I don't really drink much anymore for the same reasons, but I love whiskey. It just doesn't particularly like me very much. That's what the problem is. I had one of those one-way street relationships where...
I remember getting hot toddies when I was a kid, and they were bearable. Because you used to get them in a wee cup with a monkey, which I fucking loved. Don't know why.
Like the good old days when they would give you alcohol if you felt not well when you were wee. The good old days.
I think that worked out.
Here you go. Some gin.
I would not go to one of my kids. It's like, you don't feel well, son. Do you want a wee lager and black? Is that what you want? We've got some Sweetheart Stout in the fridge.
That's another one.
When I did drink, right? I remember, like, so you get loads of booze in for New Year and stuff, right? It's pretty when you're a student. It was always Miller. Which I
remember the cans of the silver cans.
Remember them?
Yep, I remember the
fucking great stuff. Cold. Pretty nice, I think. That and Budweiser, I know everyone's going to go, oh, you American-looking bastard. McCoon's export is fucking honking.
Red Death.
Red Death.
I loved Red Death.
There you go.
I was Red Death daft, man. I wrote songs about Red Death.
But I remember, like, there was a washing basket in my wardrobe, and you would just watch this pile of booze go down and down and down till we get to, like, one. Who brought Sweetheart Stout? Like,
yeah.
Fuck it. Let's have a drink of the Sweetheart Stout. Me and my flatmate at the time were like, cheers. It's fucking disgusting.
It is rotten, aye.
So who enjoys these things? But anyway,
pregnant ladies.
What?
Pregnant ladies. That's what you gave pregnant ladies, was a can of Sweetheart Stout.
That's dodge.
The more you know. That's genuinely, that's what they
do. They do that now?
I think now they go.
You got a cup of tea?
But we're beginning to look back and we're thinking that maybe smoking cigarettes isn't a good idea. Anytime.
Hang on, this mother's not been smoking 20 a day.
Pretty much. That is your problem. You've not got enough tobacco in your diet.
Not enough tobacco in your diet.
But I used to give... It was Sweetheart Stout.
Listen, are they giving you your... what do they call that? Are they giving you your asbestos injections every half hour? No, for fuck's sake! What kind of hospital are you running here?
It's fucking madness.
But... Prom. So I smuggled in a bottle of Spar. £7. I remember no being no, maybe it wasn't £7. Maybe it was £4.
Spar whiskey.
Spar whiskey.
Oh,
wasn't a good man. I was vomiting up black stuff, man. That was a fucking mess. I don't even know how I really got home.
I never went to my prom.
Did you not?
No, I actively said, why would I spend a lot of money to hang about with folk that I don't like? Looking back now, probably not a great thing to say, but I spent my prom in the back of a van.
You alright?
Police van.
Oh.
I get caught writing on walls.
Nice.
The day of my prom.
Well, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Because you're getting in trouble. I might have done the same thing, but it might have been in my own shit. Like, I got so smashed. I remember it used to be the... it was the Holiday Inn at the top of at the top of Irvine. I think it's like the Thistle or something. I don't even know what it's called now. But that was where they always had the proms. And a couple of things I do remember. So I was 17, right? And I remember, like, apparently a couple of big cars pulled up. People got out. A couple of big cars got up. People pulled out. Me, my mate Graham, and another mate who we don't talk about because he ended up being a nonce. Pull up, get out the back of my brother's fucking Vauxhall Corsa. 3-door. Try not to flash our dicks as we're getting out. And I got so pissed, I ripped the hand towel, the hand towel thing off the toilets. I just got fucking smashed, man. I didn't even know what to do. So I don't really have that good a memory. But it wasn't fucking amazing that Kevin had found the picture that his dad found. Probably went, oh, that was my boy. That was my boy. I mean, I'll level with you. I threw a complete fucking... I thought, I'm going to be able to remember most of these folks' names. I threw a fucking blank. And that is just because... I don't want anyone thinking I'm a dick. It has been 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have the first fucking Scooby. I don't. These people I have fucking gigged with in the last year, and I don't remember their fucking names. And I have a terrible habit of not even bothering to learn people's names. Because you see them every day.
Yeah.
And then it gets to that awkward bit. It's like, I'm so sorry, what is your name? It's like, motherfucker, we've known each other 8 years.
I know.
You were at my wedding reception, it's like, yeah, well, there was a free bar.
Yeah.
And everyone knows I like to make it look like...
If people wanted me to learn your name, they wouldn't have given us word like buddy, pal and friend.
Buddy, pal, and friend.
Do you know what I mean? Mate.
Chief.
How you doing, mate? What's happening, buddy, old pal?
Chief. I like to throw a chief in every now and then.
That's enough, isn't it?
All right, champ.
There you go.
I do enjoy saying that to women. All right, champ. And I've got to say, I think some women in platonic relationships with you tend to go, yeah, I'm fucking all right, thank you very much.
I always feel a bit weird, because I say man quite a lot.
I say man quite a lot.
And then you say man when you're talking to someone that isn't a man, and you feel, but you don't mean it. It just comes out, I don't mean man.
I don't feel bad about saying dude.
I'd never say dude.
I say dude all the time.
Dude's not a thing I would ever...
You don't like it?
It's too Blink-182 for me. Oh. It's too nar. It's just too much. I'm like, no, thank you.
Oh, wow, I never really thought about it. I never want to get described as being too nar ever again.
It's just this deep-rooted Bunny I've got running through me, man. It just won't allow me to say things like dude and awesome. I can't say awesome.
I would never say awesome, but I would put it in a message. I don't say epic. I don't say epic. I don't call women mate, because I think that sounds weird.
Mate.
All right, mate. Unless I'm doing it on purpose.
Yeah. I had a weird one the other day, but so I'm painting a mural in Stranraer, and I'm looking for a...
There's a legal one?
Yeah. No, this is meant to happen.
Okay.
And I'm looking for a model, a person, to be in it. And for the specific thing, I was like, oh, I'll message my mate Anne-Marie Devo.
Right.
And then while I'm writing the message, I'm second guessing everything I'm saying, because I'm like, you're essentially asking this person to be a model, to take photographs of them and then paint them 20 foot high on a wall. This seems normal to me.
Yeah.
But
how do you word this?
Like without somebody going, it's an instant no.
Yeah.
Like she was up for it, but it was like, it's just, sometimes you ask people things and then you catch yourself saying it and going, this isn't a normal.
That's why I'm a big believer in phone calls, man. Because I am a big believer in, right, here. So you can hear the honesty. Right, I've got a question to ask. Because, all right, okay. Now, this will sound weird.
Yeah.
But here it is. Mm-hmm. Here it is. Can I use your leg as the model for the basis for a false leg? It's, so what would be the weirdest question you think you could ask somebody for a favour, but it'd be a creative thing? Would you... On saying that though, I do remember when I had to phone up my mate and ask him to be Rocky in the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Right.
So, dude, how do you fancy beating... There you go.
I've got an awesome idea.
I think if you don't... Not hey dude, but if you start... Dude, it's like, oh, this is serious. This is serious.
Mate.
Mate, this is serious. I call my kids mate a lot, which I think annoys people in Tesco's when I'm there going, mate, sell now. I go, he's mates with a 3-year-old. Yeah. It's like, how does that work? It's like, well, fucking. I mean, listen, I've created 3 humans, and I'm the leader.
Yeah,
that's
you're
fucking ridiculous.
If anything goes wrong, you're it.
I am their leader. So it's like, that's fucking. There's the terrifying aspect, and someone. I'm sure there's going to be someone watching straight away going like, oh, your wife's not part of that leading. It's like, sure, whatever. But when it is, I can guarantee you, when the shit goes down, I'm the leader. Whether I'm taking the fault, whether it's like in the same way like the chairman's the first person to get in trouble, like they'll wheel out.
Yeah.
If my kids get in trouble, trust me, it's me standing at the podium going, I would like to apologise in the strongest possible terms. Mm-hmm. I'm standing down.
It's the CEO that gets it.
Yeah.
Then the CFO steps up.
Exactly.
That's how it works.
I didn't say I had the power.
You've got the title.
No, I've got the title. I'm taking the fall, which I'm happy to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, if one of the kids has murdered a prostitute. Okay, cool. I'll take the hit on that one.
No, again.
I know that deal coming. Cool, son. Give me the knife. All the best. Yep. Enjoy Tenerife, whatever it is. Pure murder the woman or a guy. I don't know what their orientations are.
You just don't know, man.
All I've got to say is, I don't care, like, where my kids go, sexually, gender-wise, or whatever. I really couldn't give a shit as they get older, just as long as they hook up with someone that's got a trade. That's all I want.
Do you know, someone asked me about... So I do this thing sometimes where I'll message somebody, will say, ask me 5 questions, but what I'll do is I'll just answer them, but I'll just send him the link.
Yes.
But it's all stuff to do with like painting or like walrus and all that sort of stuff. And one of the questions was, if you could trade skills with anybody for one day, who would it be? And I was like, a competent joiner.
A joiner?
100%.
I've outright said that. Like, I'd love to have a joiner in the family. That would just be so... Like, say, is Loki coming out? I went, yes, he's upstairs, he's ready to go. But if you could hang that door for me, that would be
100 million %.
And I will pay for the lube. I don't give a fuck. Right? I don't give a fuck. I'll pay for you to go on a wee holiday, whatever. Hang them doors, put that shelf up, right?
Yep.
That's it. This relationship's working, son, hen, you, whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't give a shit.
Yep.
I don't give a shit.
It's all very human.
I think so.
It's all a very human. I wrote a poem about it.
I wish I became a joiner, man.
A joiner?
Something like that.
I don't think I would have ever really cut it in any sort of traditional...
Which is ironic considering how much sawing you would have needed to have done. It's a wee bit of cutting. See, it's a wee difference. I would have cut it. But
fuck it. That was too many levels for me. It's far too clever for me.
I'm going to keep to the dick jokes. I'm going to keep to the dick jokes.
I couldn't have done it. I don't think I could have done it. But my friends...
I'd have made a pish apprentice.
Welders and joiners and plumbers and stuff. And
these cunts.
They can do things. Look at I'll write them a fucking theme tune. Like, that's, like what can I do?
Like an ice cream van driving around. Whose fucking idea was this? Davies, join us. You
know what I mean? Like, guys, just feel sometimes Kirstine does all the shit.
If you are in a joiner company and you would like a couple of bars written by Tragic, just let me know. Right.
There's a list this long of shit in my house that needs fixed.
All you need to do is get that done and you have got a theme tune.
I will write you 2 bars of theme tune.
Bring cracking.
You know what I mean? Seriously. But
you are good with your hands, right? Which brings us to the next point.
Right.
So you've been out painting.
Just painting.
Right, so I love this. Right? I love the idea. I'm going to lie in my bed tonight and I'm going to go, I wonder if Tosh is out there somewhere.
I don't go during the night.
Like Batman.
That's your big problem.
That's your big problem.
Your big problem is going at night. When you go at night, you automatically make people assume that you're doing something you're not supposed to do. So I do all my painting during the day.
Now, I want to make this clear. This is stuff that has not been signed off by anybody.
No, it's 100. It's vandalism in its purest form. That's what it is. It's 100. It's not
It's
100% vandalism. Legally speaking, it doesn't go on your criminal record as making lovely pictures. Do you know what I mean? They call it... I don't know what they fucking call it. It is vandalism or...
It'd be really handy if it did go on your
drawing
your criminal
pictures.
record. I mean, Mr. O'Hara certainly committed some atrocities here, but he's made some lovely pencils.
So... I've been at quite a lot just painting things that I don't belong. My favourite one was during the day and I seen a spot in Kilmarnock next to the water. Right. And I didn't know how to get down. So I basically spent a day walking about Kilmarnock with a military backpack on, with a fucking high-vis vest and spray paint full of it, and my mate just taking photos.
Well, they totally thought you were working for somebody. They totally thought...
That was it.
They totally thought. There's a high-vis vest sitting there right now, the fucking carnage we could cause.
That's it. So we found... I didn't know how to get in. Later on, somebody messaged me after I took a photo and went, did you use the steps at the side? I was like, no.
Oh, the steps?
No, I didn't. What I done was go to the very back of the Burns Mall, climb down with all my paint in a poly bag, right? Climb down onto the river, walk along a cement block like that, and just kept walking till I couldn't walk anymore because there's a big thing that juts out.
Right.
So I had to take my poly bag and throw it round the other side and then shimmy round it with my phone.
Like Lara Croft stuff.
In my mouth. Go round the other side and my phone's gone and my mate's like, hold on 2 minutes because there's folk here. And I was like, fuck this, man. So I just went out and I wrote my name in red and yellow, big tragic, and I gave it arms and legs and I made it look like it was fishing. Right? And the whole time I done it, I just was like, less than 10 minutes, threw the thing up. It's called a throw-up, Billy.
Oh.
That's what it's called. There you go. The more you know. So I threw this thing up.
Blind quantity too, don't you think?
So I threw this thing up and then climbed as I turned round to go back under the bridge, there was about 4 people sitting above me, just eating their lunch.
Just watching?
Just watching. And I was like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody.
See, like, I'm not being funny, but I think that should legit be a job.
It is.
You know what I mean? Like a job. Like, literally, like... so the guys over at, I don't know, fucking Santander are a bit bored.
Aye.
You could have gone and painted walls, or they could have got... I guarantee. See, you'd have an audience. You'd have an audience of 30, 40 folk. Quite a thing, eating their sandwiches.
Watching it. So I get 3 in Kilmarnock that day.
Round of applause at the end.
I know. I get 3 in Kilmarnock that day. I done those penguins in Irvine. That was totally illegal. What else did I do?
Where are the
that was
penguins?
illegal? The penguins are under the Bailey Bridge. Just turned up.
What's the Bailey Bridge? Is that the one with the bump in the middle?
That's the. I don't know. It's the bump in the middle. It goes. You would go that way if you were going to go into Tesco, and then Sainsbury's would sit on your left hand side. So that's the Bailey Bridge.
Oh, God.
So it's underneath that. What else have I done? I don't know. I can't remember. But they're all the Wily Coyote thing in Kilwinning.
Right.
So there's a big tunnel, and on one side I put free bird seed, and then the other side it was Wily Coyote sitting there stick of dynamite. So it's just stuff that makes me laugh. I'm like, that's fucking funny.
So, but what's did you get worried about? Because one of these got like attention.
What one was that?
Was it the penguins?
The penguins get shared by local councillors.
I love that.
Just like
They're on board. They got your back.
They totally care, but
Because we all know the power councillors have.
yeah, it's all vandalism though.
It's all vandalism.
It's all vandalism, and it's all been paid for by folk actually paying me to paint gable ends and stuff, and then I just go and buy extra paint and go, I fancy painting Wily Coyote on that what, and then just go doing it.
You get a wee letter. Do you like fake it?
I have no. I did write a letter to Nicola Sturgeon.
That's fine then.
But
You've covered it.
I've wrote a letter to her. I sent her pictures.
She'll go back to you.
She never get back to me. She
Come on,
must be
Nicola.
busy. But I told her, like, technically you can only prove I've been doing this for the last 3 weeks. Sorry.
I love the fact there's already an element of like, you can only fucking prove this.
Yeah, aye.
So I just want you to know that if this comes down to O'Hara versus Sturgeon in court,
It's been 3 weeks.
I am telling you right now, I'm not taking any responsibility.
Yeah.
What about the side of this high-rise flat with just was tragic as a giant dick?
I know.
That was done in 1997. It's like, it's a different time.
Aye, I've just been...
Jesus fuck, man, I'm popular tonight.
Phone call on Christmas Day.
Phone call on Christmas Day. Oh, it's the Palace. It's the radio. I'll get back to him.
Good.
No, the Good Radio.
Oh, Good Radio, good.
Aye. That's not the name of them, by the way.
Good Radio.
BBC.
BBC Good Radio.
BBC Good Radio. BBC
Good
Scotland.
Radio. Aye. 108.2.
108.2.
There you go.
Playing all the big hits.
There you go, aye.
None of the bad, all the good. It's Good FM.
It's not great music, it's good music.
It's not great music, it's good music. All the B-sides you haven't heard.
I'd love a B-side radio station. I would love a fucking
And
B-side radio station.
now it's the Bee Gees with Just the Shaft.
Oh, man.
It's just that.
I've never heard that one.
I made it up. I completely made it up. If the Bee Gees wrote a song called Just the Shaft, then I'm going to write a letter to Nicola Sturgeon going, you cannot prove
I've got an idea for a national anthem.
I've got an idea of a national anthem, Just the Shaft.
By the Bee Gees.
Yeah, you're listening to Good FM. Or Good Radio.
Yeah.
Because the Good Radio's not great. But for what would be a traditional family Christmas
For me?
for you?
Oh, fuck. Chaos.
Only the stuff you can tell us about. Because, for me, it was like, my brothers, so my direct family, that's unfair, one of them's back in Scotland now. So one of them lives in New Zealand, and the other one lived in London for a long amount of time, and now he lives in South Lanarkshire. He's got a farm now. In fact, I should see if he's got any spare walls that we should turn them. I'll paint something that would make him so mad.
I've got an idea for Dalry. Is it Dalry?
The whole of Dalry?
There's 2 I want to do in Dalry, but one of them you can see for the train.
Right.
And what I want to paint, so it's cow fields, and what I want to paint in the middle is a big long cow, the whole length of the wall, and it just says tragic, like the black and white spots. And that's what it would just be tragic, and a big fucking long, 20-foot long cow.
Has it only got one set of udders?
Just one, just like that, really like a big sausage cow.
See, that's what I like about that, because that cow could exist somewhere.
Yeah. And then when you're on the train, it's not as if you can reverse
Aye.
or stop. So you'd be going back at train speed and you would go, oh, look at all those fucking... What the fuck was that? And
Do you know, I remember doing a work placement when I was at uni, and fuck me, man, they said... I love the fact there was folk from Glasgow that got sent to, like, Ayr, where I was, right? But I got sent to Motherwell, to the Civic... whatever it was, Civic... I don't even remember what the name was, but it was kind of like a video production company.
Yep.
And so I had to get the train out there, the low-level train from Glasgow, and I still remember going like... What the fuck's that? What's going on over in this horizon? It's just all this burning and stuff. Like, what the fuck's going on there? Oh, they're burning the cows. It's foot and mouth. And then Pierre just crashed me down.
Oh, man.
Like every day, there'd be a new set of burning heifers on
Do you remember that shit?
I remember going to America and having to dip my shoes. And
Really?
It was like wee pools. No, these the wee pool, which is meant to get rid of which is basically Veruca soup. They used to make you walk through.
That thing at the swimming. Remember that thing? It was at Harvey's.
A wee pool, aye. There's like a wee thing, which is like chlorine to fuck, but it's basically Veruca soup. And you're basically... It's probably worse than anything else you'd fucking get.
Fucking plasters in it and all that.
Fucking minging. That's why I'm not a big fan of like when other people get into like loads of guys and women get into like basically a hot tub and that. I'm just like, we're basically making crotch gravy here. Let's get the fuck out of this. Someone's cooking balls.
I've never thought about that.
Just get in there with your nearest and dearest, but don't do it when it's like, oh, this is... If it's one that's there all the time, oh, there's loads of chlorine in there. It's like, nah, I don't want balls tea, thank you very much. Fucking howling.
Gads.
So traditional Christmas.
Right, traditional Christmas.
So
you've just but that's mine. That's
exactly
yours.
That's yours. Well, Wayne's are getting a hot tub this year. Why hot tubs are £300 now? Like, see when I was at Wayne, hot tubs were like...
I didn't know what a hot tub was.
I didn't know what a fucking... Could you have one at your house?
It's like a sauna.
Aye, could you have one at your house? The kids have got them out in their back gardens all the time. So
we got one.
Did you?
We got one.
During lockdown?
We got one during lockdown.
Every cunt did. We got one and broke it twice.
Our youngest, we couldn't have a birthday party for him.
Right.
And we'd had a birthday party for our eldest at that age. Right. So we're like, can't have anything. Let's buy a hot tub. And I remember lying in that the first day and my good lady wife coming out and me floating just from like that. Floating in tick. Just floating in debt out the back of my wee house, my wee terraced house. Floating in debt.
I discovered this. I do not sit in a hot tub. Like, I've said my opinions on the germs, right? But it's just me going, it's not really that good. Like, I don't find it relaxing. If splashing, stunning and...
Can't play in it.
You can't, like, unless it's a telly to what the fuck am I meant to do? Yeah. Like, instead relaxing, it's like, I do stuff that's relaxing. This is not relaxing because I'm wet. My neighbours is going to have to see my flappy tits as I'm walking back into the house, right? I'm going to have to clean this bastard. Yeah. And over the fact, I don't even know if the pH balance is right. I think some of my tattoos are coming off. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's every bit of stress about this. It's like, I have got a giant pool of death now in my back garden that one of my wains could get in.
Yeah.
What? And I'm sitting in this now. Oh, that makes everything fine. Yeah. And it's like, well, why don't we go in the hot tub and do what? Have you ever shagged in a pool? Right, I've shagged in a shower once, and I'll tell you this now, stupid. That's why people don't wank in the rain.
That's nothing to do with the fucking the sex offenders list.
Yeah, wanking in the rain. Apparently that was
the B-side to Just the Shaft.
Yeah, Just the Shaft. Do you remember? Like, apparently that was one of the original lyrics from The Crow. It's like, can't rain all the time. Apparently that's what he was talking about because he was dying to go to a wank in a storm. Eric Draven. But why do I remember that much about the film Crow? I didn't realise that. See, that's coming off the radio, man. Yeah. Everything's turning back on. And some of those hard drives, man, we should have fucking magneted a couple of years ago. We don't need that information. The information about the film The Crow is of no real use to anybody.
I quite liked The Crow.
I did like The Crow.
Did you see any of the subsequent sequels, though?
Right. I know a bit about The Crow 2, City of Angels.
Right.
Because I remember...
Is that with Edward Furlong?
No, that was like... it was Vincent Perez. Apparently it went like straight to the top of the US box office and then sunk like a fucking stone.
Right.
Because it has Iggy Pop in it as the bad guy.
Brilliant.
Right? I didn't get all the way. It took me 2 seconds to get through The Crow. And I was a goth, so like, shows you how fucking bad it was. But I remember there's a scene between Iggy Pop and Ian Dury of Ian Dury and the Blockheads.
Fucking hell.
Right? Neither of these men are good in this film.
Right.
And it's like, what? Who? Like, clearly the director was like, fucking yes, Ian Dury and Iggy Pop, action, right? But they're shite.
Yep.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm not speaking. I know they've both done other things.
Yeah.
Like, listen, Iggy Pop is my inspiration for my stand-up career. There's no two ways.
Really?
No, not at all.
Oh, right, because I fucking love Iggy.
You ever seen him in Tank Girl? It's quite good in Tank Girl. He plays a nonce in Tank Girl. This is funny. It's funny.
That's the sort of roles that you want for people, not nonsense, but you know what I mean?
And he played
like Flea in Lebowski.
In Lebowski. He played a DJ as well in a horror movie called Hardware, which was done by Richard Stanley. He's a bit of an artist in his own right. But he did that and then got fired from the Isle of Dr. Monroe. Monroe. I can never mind. It's the one with Val Kilmer.
Right.
And Marlon Brando with a mini-me. And these are all things nobody needs to know, right? These are all things. I don't even know how we got started. Hot tubs.
Holy fuck, man. I don't even know how that happens.
That there is a prime example of how I am enjoying life a lot more. Just let it flow, man.
Yeah, just let it happen, man. Sometimes there's something about just sitting back and letting everything
Imagine that had been in front of an audience. Like, imagine that had been like what are you talking about?
How the fuck did we get here?
First of all, ruined The Crow.
Yeah.
Anyway, my point is, shagging in a hot tub is off limits. I have never got an erection in a fucking swimming pool, neither am I likely to. I had sex in a shower once and I did not like it. Honestly, it was like trying to fuck a wet balloon. It was not pleasant. Get a balloon. You know the entrance of a balloon? I don't know what they call it. What do they call it? They go like that and then just touch it and imagine that going over your dick. It's not nice.
It does look a bit like an arsehole.
It does look a bit like an arsehole.
It's tight.
And I'm not a fan. Like, I'm more, I don't go for... Lots of people go for the experimental theatre next door. I usually go for the main auditorium, if you know what I mean. When it comes out, I don't have any.
Oh fuck! There'll be people. If folk watch this on Christmas Day, it'll just be like they've just had their fucking turkey. They've popped a few crackers. Don't shag in a shower. Don't even call. I'm just kind of like, I'm basic when it comes to sex. I'm kind of like, in for the win. I'm just happy to be there.
Yeah. I don't have any kinks. But, no, hang on. That was a badly timed but. No, or don't read anything into that either. Yeah,
this is one of these ones where I hope that when you stop talking, I'm not expected. Do you know? As if you tell us about shagging now.
So what's your thoughts?
I've only done it twice. I don't fucking know.
What the fuck was I talking about Christmas Day? All right, it's the Christmas Day for me as a kid. And it revolves around the fucking meal, man. Right, which I didn't like turkey. And I'm not actually the world's biggest fan of turkey now, to be honest. I don't mind it. I'll eat it if given.
Yeah.
But I would never go to a restaurant and go, turkey!
Give me turkey.
Turkey. It's like, you don't do it.
I would never order anything in a restaurant that I can make myself at home.
Aye. And I'll tell you fucking something else. You wouldn't go to a restaurant and order cheese on toast.
I'll have lasagna and see what this fucking tastes like.
Can I have a cappuccino and some toast, please? Fuck that. What? And saying that though, if you were on a night out with your pals and went, you know what, kick this off, man, a round of toast, I guarantee everyone at that table would be like, oh, I'm going to go a bit of toast. You want a bit of toast?
You seen that?
Jaffa cakes.
Was it Red I seen it? And it was a cheese toasty van. And all they sell is...
What a fucking great idea.
Just cheese toasties. So if you want anything else, you're not fucking getting it.
I'm getting it.
It's $1 for a cheese toasty. That's all they make.
Fucking says toasty in the side of the van.
You can have one cheese toasty.
One.
Or multiple. That's all you're fucking getting.
That's fucking, I admire that.
Aye.
I admire that.
That's it. You know, you concrete, your business plan is bulletproof. You know how much bread costs. You know how much cheese costs.
Butter.
That's you.
Fucking salted.
Boof.
Fucking arseholes.
I know, they don't do that.
That makes me mad.
I think sometimes you offer people too much. That's the problem. I think sometimes you need to go, listen, aye or no.
If a restaurant was just called mac and cheese, you go, I know what I'm getting here.
I'm just going to go in there and get that.
The only fancy bit you need to do is, do I want bacon on it? Some people have bacon, some fucking weirdos have onions on their mac and cheese.
I've never had onions on my mac and cheese.
Oh, fucking, I had a relative that did that, and it was just like, here's your directions to the sea.
Do you know what would be nice? See if it was mac and cheese, but it was different flavoured crisps sort of crushed up on top of them with some sort of
See, now there's a nice flourish. That, or do you want regular fries with it, or do you want curly fries?
We've already made the menu's too long already.
Ah, you're right,
That's
actually.
it.
Don't even get me started. Pudding's a Freddo.
You'd bankrupt yourself.
Freddo, that's all you're getting.
That's it. Freddo's a fucking extortion.
And then I was talking about this with the younglings.
What were we talking about?
No, we're going to get back to Christmas.
Right, okay.
I've got a hat on. We're covered. We've got the t-shirts on. We're covered.
Oh, man. The younglings.
The younglings. I had no idea about, like, fucking Freddo bars are a lot weirder than they used to be. Because I saw an advert came on the other day and I'm like, look at the size of that fucking Freddo bar. And then they were just, anyway, everyone preferred Taz bars.
Fucking right. And
everyone preferred Taz bars.
And then they brought out the Freddo with the caramel.
Yeah, bullshit,
because they lost the licence and used Taz as their fucking guy.
Fucking get them. Like, I refuse to believe there is a battle for the rights to the Tasmanian Devil, right? I refuse to believe that.
No, aye, man.
I mean, I loved Down in Tasmania. It was Down in Tasmania. Down in Tasmania.
And it took years for me to figure out
it's a TV show, by the way.
Was supposed to be based on Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby, yakety schmackety.
There you go. And it took me years. I was like, oh.
They brought back Animaniacs and shit, but they did not bring back Tasmania, which I thought was the fucking tits.
I wanted to paint more stuff like that. I wanted to paint Sharky and George somewhere. The Crime Busters of the Sea.
Fucking. I love shit like that, man.
That kind of stuff, man.
I love high concept. I mean, Sharky and George probably didn't get as long a series run as you think. Because I used to quite like Captain Caveman.
Captain Caveman was good.
Captain Caveman!
Looked dangerously like the Pog guy.
Yes. I get you. Just a big nose and hair.
Yeah.
Zowie, Cavey.
Do you know what I mean?
If anyone's keeping any attention, because he'd always have a gang of the big fucking concept is this Caveman with just some teenagers driving around in a big car behind them. Yeah. That's basically it.
Did they not do a crossover with the what were they called? The cat dog pussy cat patrol.
Pussy Patrol.
Pussy Patrol. Fuck those. Is that not? That's the in-betweeners, is it not? They know the Pussy Patrol with that stupid pink T-shirt thing. Is that not the Pussy Patrol? That one. No, what was it, man? It was like the 70s.
You're right. They'd always do crossovers. It's like Scooby-Doo would randomly have
Batman.
Batman. But there was also one where Dick Van Dyke was a special guest, and I'm like, the fuck is this? And they've gone to the trouble of animating Dick Van Dyke and Scooby-Doo with Dick Van Dyke voice and Dick Van Dyke, and Party's kind of like, what's going on?
Yeah,
how does that get signed off?
We used to watch the Kiss Scooby-Doo quite a lot.
Yes, my kids are a big fan of that.
That's what
Kevin Smith does a voice right at the start.
Oh, does he? I never knew that. That's what introduced my boys into Kiss.
Well, I've got hopes for one of my kids,
right?
Because he's into Ghost, right? And I quite like Ghost.
Oh, the band Ghost,
yeah,
not the film.
That would be so weird.
Because there was a point where you like that.
That would be so weird if he spent all his time fucking banging on about how much of a prick Willie Lopez was. For fucking murdering Sam.
You remember so many people's names.
Well, I do.
In movies, and in real life, you're fucking hopeless.
I remember. You're right. Oh my God! Listen, if everyone could just start an IMDb page, I'm gonna be fine. That's so fucking weird. I remember Willie Lopez because I remember seeing a comedian like when I just started, and he referenced Willie Lopez, the guy in front of me, look at Willie Lopez, and I remember it being funny. But now I think about that, that was like 16 years ago, so it was a dated reference then. So just imagine it now. Here's me banging on about Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
Do you think that to make the other ghost laugh, Patrick Swayze goes up behind people in pottery classes? Hey, they're like, you mad bastard, Swayze! Fucking get over here. You mad bastard.
Stop it.
I knew he was going to do this, and I still came to this pottery class.
Aye.
What an arsehole.
It's been a while since I've watched it. But Ghost,
well,
the band's Ghost.
It was a 12A. It was a 12, and I went and saw it at the cinema myself.
You've seen Ghost in the cinema by yourself?
Yeah.
I don't know what age I would have been when Ghost came out, man.
I was at least 12. Do you know, I think I was younger than 12. I don't think they gave a fuck.
No.
I was back in the day when they were like, you look alright.
No, you're alright.
It's a film about a fucking ghost.
You've not be scared of this one.
Nobody gets fingered in this. You're not going to be scared of this. You get, you're fine.
Can I listen to is it Unchained Melody? Is that what they play? Oh, my love. When he's doing
Oh, yeah, I think it
song?
is. Oh, fucking Jesus.
I know.
Fucking ghost.
That
man.
came on the other day in my house. Why did that come on in my house the other day?
Elvis is back.
It was was it Robson and Jerome doing it?
See the boy that plays Elvis
I've not watched
in
it.
the movie?
I've not watched it.
He's fucking.
he good Elvis?
He's not only is a good Elvis, but I've seen him do some other shit. And the boy's got a set of pipes on him. He played an old granny going to see Jewish Elvis on a Saturday Night Live sketch. And I was like, this boy doesn't take himself even slightly seriously.
Good.
And that always fucking, that
Correct.
will get you over with me in a moment's notice.
My favourite Elvis was Jack White and what was that film? The Dewey Cox Story. Have you seen that? What's his name? Will Ferrell and
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly. Fucking there you go.
There it is.
And Jack White was like that. He goes up and he's like, "Hey Elvis," and he goes, "Only two people know Kung Fu. The Chinese and the King. And one of them's me." Just pure shit. Just Jack White being Elvis. That's fucking brilliant. Only two types of people know Kung Fu. I like that.
I like that.
You ever heard Alice Cooper's Elvis Presley story?
No.
Alice Cooper met Elvis Presley. So when Elvis was in this point where he was in doing the residency in Vegas,
Right.
he would send for people
Right.
that he wanted to meet. So Alice Cooper was one of the people on the list. So somebody would go and go, "The King wants to meet you." So Alice Cooper sat outside with like an Olympic swimmer and some other fucker. And Elvis comes out and he's like, "Come here, man." He takes him into the room and he went into the bottom drawer and he pulls out Elvis's police record and gives it to Alice Cooper. And Alice Cooper starts like reading all the times that Elvis has been arrested and stuff. Then he pulls out a loaded snub 38 pistol and hands it to Alice Cooper. And Alice Cooper thinks to himself, "Shoot him." Shoot Elvis, right? And Elvis is like, "Come here, man. Come at me, man." And fucking Alice Cooper goes to him.
Plants him.
And he fucking flips him over the shoulder and that, but he was wearing a silk kimono. So as he flips Alice Cooper over his shoulder and he puts his foot in his neck, his thing comes undone and he's completely Billy bollock naked. So Alice Cooper's lying in the ground with the King's foot there, looking at his bollocks, holding a gun.
I was about to say, like they've been worse than getting flipped over, and as you're getting flipped over, the shaft of the King slapping you across. Hey! I mean, it's a great story. It's like, listen, I've had the King's face on my dick on my face. Nearly got that the wrong way around. It's going to be a fantasy for everyone. So Christmas,
Right,
Christmas. It revolves around the dinner. Opening up the presents which Santa brought, good guy, and then fucking I have no idea what would happen for the rest of the day. Like I try to remember what happens after dinner,
Yeah.
and I have no memory. That's why I think I don't like turkey because it's meant to have that chemical in it that makes you fall asleep.
Is that right?
They claim that. I don't know if that's true or if you're just like a fat prick. Like, sort of going, can I get an after 8 sandwich? You know, whatever the fuck.
I just, I'm not a fan of turkey either, to be fair. I don't really know. I don't really have a plan for much.
I laid the groundwork for it. One year we had like an American style, and so it was like with ribs, with barbecue.
Yep.
I was like, fucking, this is how Christmas should be. Mm-hmm. Then the following year back, it was like, does anybody want carrots? And you're just like, what do you have? This is my fucking Christmas.
Yeah.
My ladies don't want this. They just want a burger. They don't give a shit.
I think it was a couple of years ago, somebody, I think they ordered a Chinese. I think that's what they had for the Christmas.
My mate Graham used to, him and his mum would have the whole family. Don't know why I just sell him and his mum. He does have brothers. I don't know. But they would have a Chinese every year.
Yeah, aye.
Every fucking year. And they said it was great.
Yep.
Fucking
Do you know
great.
is it Japan?
KFC.
Your Christmas dinner in Japan?
Another weird tradition in Sweden.
Yep.
There's a Donald Duck cartoon. I'm not making this up. There's a Donald Duck kind of Christmas cartoon and a sketch. Oh no, that's Germany. There's a Donald Duck cartoon in Sweden that they watch every year. Tradition, like the Queen's speech.
Yep.
It's on every year. Every fucking year. And it's like, it's no Christmas until the Donald Duck cartoon. And it's not even that Christmassy, but every fucking year. And in Germany, there's like this 100-year-old black and white sketch which gets put on every year. And that's what they do. But we feel we have to go, oh, like I have not watched Christmas festive telly in a fucking long time. I used to like it when it would be the weird thing like, oh, it's the supermarket sweep Christmas special, like really cheesy shit like that. But it's no.
I loved supermarket sweep.
I loved supermarket sweep, man.
But I feel that my Christmas it's the build up where you're constantly having to scrape children off the ceiling.
I want gingerbread lattes. I want fucking. No, it needs to be more to this phrase, otherwise it makes me sound like a dirty. Just want gingerbread lattes and sex.
In the shower.
No, in the shower. No, in the shower. On the roof. No, it's just so I can have sex with my wife while making eye contact with everyone else in the street, going, Brenda, put your own fucking bins out! Alex! You're a dick, Alex!
Are they actually the names of your neighbours?
I don't know the names of my neighbours.
Do you not?
Nope, I do not.
I get on quite well with my neighbours.
I don't
think they get on well with me though.
Well, I can tell you this. I keep myself to myself.
Yep.
Right? I know my name, Hugh and Moira next door. I like Hugh and Moira. I've forgotten the name of the lady next to me. That's a badging. But virtually no one else in the street have made any. Oh, there's a guy around the corner. I know people.
Yeah.
But not my immediate neighbours. And one woman who had never spoke to me, always threw me a weird look. Literally the last day I did my breakfast show on West FM, she turns around, she's walking past me and she goes, are you Billy from the radio in the morning? And it's like, well, I used to be up until literally like an hour and a half ago. It's like, oh, I listen to you every morning. And it was like, so I've lived here for about 3 years and this is you just fucking putting this there. No, it's any business. Yep. But I have tried to speak to this woman and I'd literally given up. But honestly, fucking patched me. So that means, I'll say this, you're an arsehole, right? I ain't going to pretend about it. So when I wasn't...
Imagine getting told on Christmas Day...
You're an arsehole.
On a podcast you were an arsehole. That's how you fucking found out.
I'm not on the fucking breakfast radio anymore. I don't have to be nice about it. Right? I love Ayrshire. I love plenty of people in Ayrshire, and I've got nothing but love in my heart. This fucking woman, doesn't he? Because whenever I would try and speak to her, she would look at me like a fucking skid mark in a towel. Swear to God. Like she just found out her owl was having its period or something. I've fucking no idea. She gave me the weirdest fucking look every single time. Oh, you're the cunt that used to be in the radio. It's like, suddenly we're pals. Are we fuck? Are we fuck? That's not how it works. Because you had the line, I think it actually meant like, I'm sick of these cunts looking at me like my head's buttoned up the back. I am, fuck these arseholes. But I have been like that with virtually every fucking neighbours I've ever had. I go, and so I'll say this, it's an apology for everything I've said. It's clearly me. I'm the problem.
Yeah, it's a me problem.
It's clearly me. I'm the problem. But what am I meant to do? Actually, that's unfair. There's a lady across the road who gave us a Christmas card.
Oh, that's nice.
So, technically we do ignore her name. I'd like to apologise.
Do you want me to read you a poem?
Yes, please.
Right, so I can read you a poem because they've got their poems.
They've got the poems. So these are ones that
I've written for family.
That's nice.
Right, they've all got. I've got. Oh, I'll read you one. Oh,
we've got. Shall I give you a Christmas present first? I'll get you a Christmas present at the end.
Right, I gave you a Christmas present.
You did. Thank you very much.
For the fucking.
Would that be the tenner bag by any chance?
It was the tenner bag.
Which are they going to be available after Christmas?
Yes, they will be available after Christmas.
And how can you get them?
You can go to tragicara.com and buy a tenner bag. I'm working on score bags. A tenner bag and a score bag.
Love it.
It's funny. It's easier to sell drugs than it is art. Do you know what I mean?
Right, that's right there. Creative Scotland, if you're watching.
There you go. You should be selling on tenner bags. I thought it was funny.
I think it's funny.
Folk have been leaving me reviews on my website, going best tenner I've ever spent.
Yes.
Giving me reviews on tenner bags.
Tenner bags.
It's funny.
Well, I got loads of lovely stuff and a bar of soap that your good lady wife made.
Aye, my good lady wife has been making soap and
thank you very much.
Stuff.
Give him my best when you see her on Boxing Day.
There you go. Right. This is for my. I'll read you one. This is for my. Is she my auntie?
What's it called?
Nothing. It's just called Lynn, Joe, Gemma, Jamie Lee. That's what it's called. That's just. That's all the people that I need to make sure we're in.
I like that.
Are you ready? Lynn, Joe, Gemma, Jamie Lee. Lynn, Joe, Gemma, Jamie Lee. Right. It goes.
By Mr. Tragical.
It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, nae cunt was stirring, no even a moose. But there was one gaff in Clydebank that was shit out of luck because Lynn lives in there and she's loud as fuck. Who took the last fag? Lynn was bawling again, while Ted barked like fuck because he's fucked in the brain. That's the dog. Stitch, that's a cat. Stitch went into hiding and jumped in a drawer as Joe shat his pants as he took the last drawer. It was that bastard Gemma, Joe shouted back. I seen her sneak it right out of the pack. No, I fucking didn't. Gemma screamed for the crapper as she plucked out her nose hair and added mascara. I bet it was Joe and he's blaming it on me every fucking year, exclaimed Jamie Lee, when all of a sudden there was a loud bastard crash and a brick flew through the window with a big fucking smash. A packet of fags was taped to the brick with a note written from Santa saying, Merry Christmas, you pricks.
Yes!
That's what I've been writing them fucking poems.
Yes! I fucking love that.
I'm right into the poems now, man.
I fucking... Well, I don't think we can better that. I think that's the best way to finish.
Is that
I think that's the best way to finish.
There you go.
Okay,
my present. I love a Terry's chocolate
orange.
I love them. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it.
You're very, very welcome.
Cool, man.
And a chance to win £1,932 every week.
That's good. That just about covers the energy bills.
So I'm thinking, if you're careful with it, it's the most random number.
Do you know the wee smart meter I've got in my house?
Yeah.
The plug off that now charges my Wayne's Kindle because I don't want to look at the fucking numbers going up anymore. Just like that'll just go off. We'll just switch out.
Do you know it's the 90-year jubilee of Terry's Chocolate Orange?
It's amazing what you can get off the front of a pack, isn't it? It's amazing the information you can
Did you not get a Terry's Chocolate Orange? That's all I've got to say.
It's a very Christmassy thing.
With a little West Coast of Scotland thrown in there.
Does nobody... Is it a pure West Coast of Scotland thing? Like, do nobody do this anywhere else?
I think they do, but it's just like, they'll sell better here because, like,
you're all fucking mental.
The lodges nearby.
They're missing out.
Apparently you can get them with a wee bowler hat and a sash.
They should put out a Terry's chocolate shamrock.
Someone in there going, we're having this fucking chocolate orange in my house.
A wee minty shamrock for all the other ones.
Oh, by Neil Lennon's ghost.
Cool, man. Thank you very much.
You're more than welcome. And don't forget, we're going to be back very soon. Make sure to buy a tenner bag or a score bag from tragicalhara.com.
There you go.
Make sure to check that out. Go and check out all the amazing stuff that's over at Broadbeard's social media as well. And head over to the shop. You've still got plenty of time. You're still going to have a beard after Christmas. So go and buy some oils. Go and buy some... unless I get shaved off, I bought you that Remington razor. You're fucking used. Oh my fuck, man. I've got a Broadbeard t-shirt now. Head over and check it out. Get yourself some stuff for the cold weather as well, because it is absolutely fucking freezing. And all that's left to say is, I hope you had a great Christmas, and I hope you have a fucking amazing New Year.
Merry Christmas.
We'll be back soon, because I'll tell you this, you know what I might do? I might just all leave this here, and we could just turn up and record.
Back in January. We'll do January's the new. Take that out.
Oh, hello!
What the fuck are you doing?
Right, have a great New Year. Hopefully we don't get hit with a meteor. And just remember, if you take nothing else away from this, don't wank in the rain. Right, from me to thee, he's been Tragic O'Hara. I've been Billy Kirkwood. Bye-bye. I don't know why I'm waving, sorry.
It's just part of the thing, isn't it? The wave.